What's good, YouTube? It's Mekhi back in the building. Feel me? Now, today is part 2 of the series. I see that y'all was going, y'all really liked that first one. We had some great conversations in the comment section. I was loving it. I was loving all of it. Now we're going to part 2 of the series of who really is the greatest player of all time between LeBron, Kobe, and Michael Jordan. Now this is part 2. We're going to LeBron's case. We're going to LeBron's case. Now, we've already talked about it. He already has 4 championships, 4 finals MVPs, came back from 3-1. What else did he do? He had 4 regular season MVPs, number 1 on the all-time scoring list. So much things, you know what I'm saying? So many things. So now we're going to watch more on this guy. Somebody actually recommended me to go to, what was it, Scap Attack, that's what it was called. I saw his videos when he was really popping off. I think he has some type of like, I don't think he likes LeBron, because when he first came in, he was talking real bad on LeBron, and it kind of got a little overboard. So then I was gonna react to it, but I was like, I already knew who this guy was. I already knew what he was about. I do mess with his videos though. He do come in with a lot of facts, but I just think he has a little bit of bias towards it, and I just can't do it. I like people who don't have bias and who doesn't have a specific bias towards it. Me, I mean, I already know who the greatest is, but we're just gonna watch videos to kind of get more information, just to see if my answer is correct. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not going to tell you yet until part 3. Just not going to tell you yet until we watch all 3 guys. Now, let's get to the video. Same person this time, Johnny Arnett. We'll put his link in the description down below. Let's go in 3, 2, 1.
King James, the self-proclaimed greatest player of all time. Does he have a strong argument, though?
Yes.
Well, certainly a lot stronger than many want to
100%.
acknowledge. LeBron can be considered the gold standard for many different basketball attributes: athleticism, reliability, longevity, and overall productivity. LeBron is the all-time leading scorer in NBA playoff history, in other words, the most important games of the NBA season. LeBron is the only player in NBA history to have over 30,000 points and 10,000 assists, which strengthens his argument for the label of greatest all-around player in NBA history.
100%.
He has a realistic chance of ending his career as the NBA's all-time leading scorer, and he's arguably the NBA's best passer in the league.
This video was
today.
made a little bit before that.
When many people view LeBron James, they don't see him as a pure scorer. But LeBron actually has quite a few statistics that supports his case as the greatest scorer in NBA history. Beyond the fact that LeBron is the NBA's all-time leading playoff scorer and could eventually be the all-time leading scorer overall, he is also the only player in NBA history to average at least 25 points per game for 13 consecutive seasons, a streak that is still active at an incredible 15 seasons. He also has the most consecutive games in NBA history with at least 10 points. LeBron's streak is at 928 games, which is significantly higher than the second-place streak of Michael Jordan at 866 games. LeBron's streak is also still very active, so if LeBron continues to play at the same level we saw from him last season, this streak is going to get a lot longer. All of this while being an efficient scorer, shooting over 50% from the field for his career. As far as overall resume and stats are concerned, when it's all said and done, LeBron may be the overwhelmingly clear choice as the greatest player ever. As a 6'9", 260-pound freight train in his prime, he is the standard of the NBA's elite modern athlete. Beyond the stats and build are the iconic moments of LeBron's career, in which he rose his game to the next level. In the second half of LeBron's career, he's been giving us jaw-dropping performances whether his team wins or loses. In the 2015 NBA Final...
Okay, before he talks about that, before he talks about the 2015 NBA Finals, one game that really sticks out to me is, I think it was Game 6 when he was in Miami against Boston. I think he had like 45, I think he had like, 16 rebounds. It was a crazy stat line. Like, it was a very important game. Like, his legacy was on the line. If he lost that series, evidently he wouldn't have won the ring. What was it like? I think it was 2012. I think it was 2012. I believe it was 2012. Bro, the media would have went crazy on him if he did not win that series and go to the finals, bro. But that was a very important game, and LeBron stepped up. And that was that right there. And he was very efficient too. It wasn't like he was just, no, he was very efficient that game too. And I hope he brings this up because that's actually my favorite performance of LeBron ever.
They gave the MVP to the guy defending LeBron, Andre Iguodala, for his effort in slowing down the King, despite the fact that LeBron still averaged 35 points, 13 rebounds, and 9 assists.
Exactly, bro.
I get that LeBron shot 39.8% from the field and that it wasn't his most efficient series, but when a guy puts up 35, 13, and 9, and the guy defending him gets MVP for slowing him down, well then that LeBron guy must be pretty dang good. In this series, he also became the first player in NBA history to lead the finals in scoring, rebounds, and assists. In the 2016 finals, LeBron historically led his Cavs to beat the 73-9 Warriors after coming back from a 3-1 deficit in the series. In that series, he became the first player in NBA playoff history to lead both teams in all 5 major statistical categories: points, rebounds, assists, blocks, and steals. It was arguably the most all-around dominant finals performance in league history. In the 2017 finals, he became the first player in NBA history to average a triple-double in a finals series. In the 2018 finals, he led the Cavs in 4 of the 5 major statistical categories: points, assists, blocks, and steals. All of these career stats and ridiculous playoff numbers LeBron achieved in modern NBA basketball, where generally speaking, players are faster than ever, taller than ever, and stronger than ever before. Not only has he dominated this modern era, but it's been sustained dominance. James has finished as a top 5 league MVP finalist in 12 of the last 14 seasons. Lasting dominance to that degree is unprecedented.
I want to talk about that. Bro, LeBron got robbed by so many MVPs, bro. It's not even funny, bro. LeBron got robbed so many MVPs. Forget, he was in the top. No, bro. LeBron should at least have more than 4 MVPs, bro. Like, now that is actually wild, bro, to me.
Context is also extremely important when looking at LeBron's career. Sure, his naysayers will talk about how he's 3-6 in the NBA Finals, but that is honestly one of the most biased stats of all time and should not be used negatively against him as often as it is. When LeBron's Cavs lost to the Spurs in 2007, LeBron had drug a deadweight supporting cast that had absolutely no business being there, and he was going up against the dynastic Spurs of Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili. LeBron getting that team to the finals was a powerful moment in strengthening his legacy, but because it was a finals loss,
what about 2011?
It's simply and naively used in the 3-6 final stat to discredit him. When LeBron lost in 2011 as part of the Heat, that was the one series where you could understand the criticism he received. He underperformed that series, and if he played just up to his usual standards, the Heat probably end up beating the Mavericks that series. He lost to a loaded Spurs team in 2014 with Kawhi, Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili, and not to mention Wade was still dealing with injuries and was not able to perform up to his usual standard. In 2015, the Cavs lost to the Warriors with Steph, Klay, and Iggy, but LeBron's 2 best teammates, Kyrie and Love, both basically missed the entire series. Because of health, the Cavs never had a realistic chance. The Cavs should have lost in 2016 as well, but we all know that LeBron was out of his mind that series and pulled it off. As far as the losses to the Warriors in 2017 and 2018, that was up against 2 of the most star-heavy teams in NBA history. Seriously, replace LeBron on that Cavs team with anyone. A prime MJ, Kobe, Wilt, Shaq, I don't care who. I'm still not confident they're beating the 17 and 18 Warriors. When you take all of these things into consideration and are able to see the full context, you begin to see why these finals losses have stacked up for James. He's played throughout his career predominantly for a franchise that had been obsolete for decades. He's had multiple finals opportunities ruined due to injury-labored teammates, and he's simply the best player in the wrong era. Yet despite all of these unfortunate circumstances, he still managed to secure 3 championships and 3 finals MVPs.
Yeah, so this video was probably made a little bit before he actually won the chip. Let me see whenever this video was made. 4 years ago? Oh, this was made in 2019. So yeah, this was made a while back. So yeah, we all know that he won 4 championships. So let's keep that in mind.
Now imagine if these circumstances had just been slightly different. What if LeBron's teammates had been healthy for those finals series? Or if he played his career out for a more attractive franchise? What if KD never joined the Warriors, which essentially ruined the balance of power in the NBA? These are the kind of obstacles James has faced throughout his career that many other of the greats...
This is a great question though. In 2015, if Kevin Love and Kyrie never got injured, would they win the chip? Would they win the chip? Let me know in the comments. Like, would they really win the chip in 2015, bro? Would they really win the chip in 2015? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Never had to deal with. If these circumstances had been different, we would likely be looking at 5 or 6 championships for LeBron. Can you imagine if that had been the case? You can't tell me that if LeBron had 5 or 6 rings, ended his career as the all-time leading scorer and the all-time leading playoff scorer, and was the only 30,000 point member to also have over 10,000 assists, that he wouldn't be universally recognized as the greatest player of all time.
100%.
His resume would simply be too strong. Whether you like him or not, LeBron's resume speaks for itself. Despite all of his unfortunate obstacles, the King has still managed to win 4 MVPs and 3 rings, and sits atop many of the all-time lists statistically, which will only grow more extensive as his career progresses. This is why LeBron James is the greatest player of all time.
That's the end of the video. This video really shows that LeBron James is a great all-around player. Like, everything. He has everything, right? He can do everything on the basketball court. He could defend, he could shoot, he could, finish. He could, his IQ, he's good at getting teammates open. He could do it all, right? He could rebound, he could block shots, steal. But my thing about it is these specific categories that he can do, can he do it at a high level? LeBron has not always been a great shooter or a great free throw shooter. He's never really been a great free throw shooter or a great 3-point shooter. He's been a little, you know what I'm saying? Finishing wise, that's LeBron's specialty. He will finish over anyone. Like, he can finish at the rim at a high level. His passing IQ is crazy, bro. I've seen him make some very some scientific dissected plays. Like, how would you know that if he cuts this way, he's gonna be open, so you could just pass it over to the corner, swing it over there wide open for a 3? Like, I would have never thought about certain stuff like that until I watched LeBron and watched, I watched film and watched why he made that specific pass. One thing that I don't like about LeBron is that he doesn't take the necessary time to, he doesn't take the initiative to take that last shot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even though he does have game winners, he doesn't always do it. That's the thing about Kobe, the thing about Jordan. They don't care who's in front of you. Who's in front of who, whatever the case may be, give me the ball, I'ma shoot it. You know what I'm saying? I'ma take that shot. LeBron, he gonna make that right play. And every time he makes that right play, not 100% is that, shot gonna go in. There's a lot of times he's made the right play and they have not delivered, bro. And it kind of, pisses me off. But nah, man. LeBron is definitely up there. LeBron is definitely top 2 greatest player of all time. Is he number 1? Is he number 2? I don't know. We're gonna have to see next video. Make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe. And until my next video.